Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's varsity wrestling event between the Pius X Thunderbolts and your Norris Titans. Tonight we'll be starting at 157 pounds. At 157, for the Thunderbolts, Braden Armagast. The Titans are open. At 165 pounds, for Pius, Ryland Daring, and for the Titans, Carter Wagner. At 175 pounds, for Pius, Jay Weslowski, and for the Titans, Hunter Jordan. At 190 pounds, for the Thunderbolts, Joe Andreessen, and for the Titans, Eric Hall. At 215 pounds, for Pius, Liam Hope, and for the Titans, Ryland Shaneback. At 285 pounds, for the Thunderbolts, Anthony Reese, and for Norris, Bryson Rhodes. At 106 pounds, Pius is open, and for Norris, Ethan Young. At 113 pounds, for Pius, Reed Shively, Norris is open. At 120 pounds, for the Thunderbolts, Oliver Tutt, and for Norris, Keegan DeCracker. At 126 pounds, for Pius, Bronson Dixon Man, and for the Titans, Colson McNabb. At 132 pounds, for Pius, George Ivanov, and for Norris, Mason Bach. At 138 pounds, for Pius, Jake Nielsen, and for Norris, Alexander Coleman. At 144 pounds, for the Thunderbolts, Max Tanner, and for the Titans, Marcus Wacker. And at 150 pounds, for Pius, Theo Castle, and for the Titans, Alex Kropp.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's Norris versus Pius X duel, brought to you by NSDV. They're ready for the coin toss. So the matches will begin at 157. Titans are open there. And it'll be Braden Armagast getting his hand raised. And then, so the official first match of the duel, the unofficial, sorry, will begin at 165 with Carter Wagner from Norris facing off against Ryland Dewering of Pius X. And so the duel will quickly fall in favor of Pius with a 6-0 lead. And that'll bring up 165 with Carter Wagner from Norris. He's a senior. facing off against Rylan During, a junior from Pius. Wagner's 4-3 on the year, while During's 1-0. Wagner finished 5th at the Crete Invite this past weekend. During in on the shot there. And they go out of bounds. They'll come back neutral. Another shot from During. And he'll look to connect there. Singly again, he'll get the takedown for 3 points. And it'll be a 3-0 lead for Rylan During with 1:10 to go here in the first period. And he's looking to turn Wagner. He's starting to get some back points here. And he might get the pin. And there's the pin, and it'll be a 12-0 lead for Pius the 10th. And that'll bring up 175 with Jay Wezolowski from a sophomore from Pius, facing off against Hunter Juergens, a junior from Norris. Pius the 10th kids was Jay Wezolowski, sorry. Juergens is 6-6, while Wezolowski is 2-4. Juergens finished 4th at the Crete Invite, and he's looking to pin Wezolowski here. He's already got 3 with some back points. Now he's just looking to sink the pin here. Until you get the 4 back points, that'll be a 7-point move for Juergens. And it'll give him a quick 7-0 lead. And it'll be a reversal for Wezolowski, making it 7-2 now. Juergens is going to stand up, get the escape, and that'll make it 8-2 with about 50 seconds to go in the first period. Wezolowski tries to get a shot off there, doesn't quite get there. Juergens in on the shot now himself. He's got 3, and he's going to look to turn him here. He's got back points. And there's the pin. Hunter Juergens cuts the lead in half for Pius, making it 12-6 on the pin there. And that'll bring us to 190 with a big matchup. It'll be the home debut for Eric Hall, the 2024 wrestling medalist for the Titans. Only one, facing off against Joe Andreessen, a senior. Eric Hall is also a senior. Hall is 3-1 and Andreessen's 1-0. Hall finished 2nd at Crete. Lost to Caden Shadwinkle from Seward. Hall medaled at 215, then cut down to 190 this year. Hall also started out the season with a illness that kept him sidelined for the first couple of duels of the season. All in on the shot there. And they go out of bounds. Hall almost with the takedown there as they head back to the center at neutral. .30 seconds remaining here in the first period. No score. And after the first period, it's all tied up at 0. And it'll be Andreessen on bottom, Hall on top to start the second period. Andreessen almost getting an escape, but Hall with the tough mat return as they go out of bounds. And they'll head back to the center. And Hall cuts him loose, making the score 1-0. One minute remaining here in the second period. Hall's looking to score. He's got a shot in there. Doesn't quite come up. All looking to get something going here in the final 10 seconds of the period. And he drops for a shot. Doesn't quite come up with anything. Goes in on another one, and time's going to run out here in the second period. And so Hall's going to start the third period on bottom. And he's going to stand up pretty quickly and get the escape. 1 minute remaining here in the third period, still 1-1. Just a lot of hand fighting. Hall in on the shot there. And he's going to try and throw him to the mat there. He still neutral. And they're almost out of bounds. And Dreesen's going to drive now. They stand up. And as they work their way back towards the center a little bit more room to score. Dreesen's got his arms in, and then Hall drives, but just out of bounds. And they'll begin and there'll be 29 seconds left to go, and they'll be neutral. Hall looking to get a shot off there. Dreesen fights his way around it. Hall in on another shot, goes right back to it. And in Dreesen now, this time on the offensive. He's got a leg in, and that's going to be the end of the third period, and they'll head into overtime. Sudden death. Looking for a takedown here. Hall in on a shot, doesn't quite get anything. Caution on Andreessen for stalling. Andreessen now in on a shot. He's got a good single leg in. Hall's gonna look to defend. Not a whole lot of other action. Andreessen looking to get there, and they're going to go back to neutral. And it's going to go to second overtime. And Hall's going to get the choice to whether he's going to wants to start on bottom or top. Hall's going to start on bottom to start second overtime. 30 seconds. Escape, you get 1 point. And then it's sudden death. And Hall's gonna get it, and he's gonna get 2 for the reversal. And now he's got about 15 seconds to do whatever he wants. And he's going to get some back points here. And this should be the match, and Eric Hall will pin him in second overtime. And Dreesen appears to be a little banged up after that tough, hard-fought match. So that'll tie it up at 12. And so that'll bring up 2:15. And it'll be Ryland Schoenbeck versus Liam Hope. Ryland is 11-1 on the year and is a sophomore, and Liam Hope's a junior with a record of 0-2. Ryland Schoenbeck placed first at the Creed Invite, and he beat Aiden Suma of Seward in a 10-4 decision to get that title. And he gets a quick takedown on Hope, looking to turn him. here on the edge of the mat. And he'll get some back points there. It's like 2. He'll got 4 in the pocket, and he's going to looking to get the pin here. Almost has it. And there it is. He gets the pin. And that'll give the Titans the lead, 18-12 here in this duel so far. With 3 straight pins in favor of Norris. And that'll bring up 285. And it'll be Anthony Reese of Lincoln Pius, 10th, facing off against Bryson Rhodes of Norris. The usual heavyweight Harrison Hudson has been dealing with a little illness lately. And he's been back, but he's just not been 100% so far. So they're gonna roll. So the Titans are gonna roll with Bryson Rhodes, who's a sophomore with a record of 7-1, and he faces off against Anthony Reese, a senior with a record of 0-1. And it'll be 3-0 for Reese. Rhodes has faced mainly JV talent so far this year. This is his first little taste of varsity. Reese looking to turn Rhodes. And it appears to be blood time for Norris.
Please join me in welcoming back to Titan Arena Norris Titan Wrestling alum Ben Stanley and Cooper Spalding.
Rhodes will be on bottom for the rest of the 38 seconds in the first period. And that'll be at the end of the first period. Anthony Reese gets a takedown, and that's the only scoring that's been there so far, and it's 3-0 in favor of Reese. And they'll go neutral to start the second period. And that was Reese's choice. And that'll be a takedown for Reese, making it 6-0. Reese looking to turn Rhodes. And Rhodes will be hit with a stalling warning. And now that's a good move there by Reese, and he's going to be turning Rhodes. He's got Rhodes on his back, and that'll be a pin for Anthony Reese, tying the duel back up at 18. And that'll really tie it up at 24 because 106 is open for Pius and 113 is open for Norris. So our next match will be at 120 because at 106, Pius is open. Ethan Young of Norris is going to go out and get his hand raised. So that'll make it 24 to 18. And then it's going to be at 113, Norris is open. And for Pius the 10th, it'll be Reed Shively. And that'll tie it up at 24. So here we are at 120. And it'll be Keegan the Cracker of Norris facing off against Oliver Tutt of Pius X. The Cracker is a freshman, while Tutt is a junior. Tutt hasn't wrestled this year according to track, and the Cracker is 1-6 on the year. And Tutt has the Cracker on his back, and he'll get the pin in 21 seconds. And that'll make it 30 to 24. And that'll head up to 126 with Colson McNabb from Norris facing off against Bronson Bixenman of Pius X. McNabb has a record of 4-5, and he's a junior. Bixenman has a record of 4-2 and is a sophomore. McNabb in on a shot, and they're going to go out of bounds. Up next is 132, and that'll be Mason Bach for Norris facing off against George Ivanoff of Lincoln Pius X. Bixenman in on a shot. And that'll be a takedown for Bronson Bixenman, and that'll make it 3-0. McNabb's going to roll out and get the reversal. That'll make it 3-2 in favor of Bixenman. And they'll go out of bounds. And heading into the second period, it's 3-2. Only 4 more matches after this one. And that's 132 Mason Bach versus George Ivanov. Then it's at 138 Alexander Coleman facing off against Jake Nelson. McNabb in on a shot there. Can't quite get anything. Then at 144, it's Marcus Wacker facing off against Max Tanner. And at 150, it's Alex Kropp facing off against Theo Castle. Seven 3 according to track. With McNabb getting a takedown and 2 near fall. And they go out of bounds with 46 seconds left in the second period with a 5-3 lead. That was just updated on track, just a takedown. No near fall, so that scoreboard that was originally up there was correct. And Bixenman's gonna get the escape, and it'll be 5-4 now in favor of McNabb. Bixenman on the shot. And he's gonna not get the takedown yet. Didn't quite get control. And though he hasn't quite covered the hips yet. And they go out of bounds. Great defense there from McNabb. And that'll be the end of the second period. Heading into the third, Colson McNabb is in the lead 5-4 over Bronson Bixenman. Bixenman's on top to start the third. And it'll be escape for McNabb, making it 6-4. And they go out of bounds. Bixman in on the shot there. Knapp sprawls. And Bixman can't quite get his shot to do anything. McNabb with a attempt at a takedown there, but just goes back into neutral. 40 seconds left here in the third period. McNabb in the shot, on the shot with the ankle. Bixman in on the shot. McNabb goes around and gets the takedown. And that'll make it 9-4. And that'll end the match. Colson McNabb beats Bronson Bixman 9-4. And that'll make the score 30-27 in favor of Pius X. With our next match being at 132. It'll be Mason Bach facing off against George Ivanov of Pius X. Mason Bach is 3-3 on the year and has gotten a lot of JV experience, while George Ivanov is 4-2 and a senior. And that'll be a takedown for Ivanov. And he's going to try and turn Bach. And Ivanov looking to get some back points here. Looks like he'll have 4. And that'll make it 7-0. A lot of action here on the edge of the mat. Ivanov looking for the pin here. He's got a good, and there it is. With 10 seconds left in the first period, he pins Mason Bach, making it 36-27. And that'll bring us to 138. And it'll be Alexander Coleman, a freshman with a record of 6-4, facing off against Jake Nelson, a senior with a record of 5-2. And they go out of bounds. not a whole lot of action here with about 25 seconds left in the first period. No score. On deck is 144 with Marcus Wacker from Norris facing off against Max Tanner from Pius. And Nelson was in on their shot there, just didn't quite get it. And that'll wrap up the first period with a 0-0 score. And Nelson will be on bottom to start the second period. Good ride so far for Coleman. Coleman finished 5th at the Creed Invite. Coleman's in a little bit of trouble here. And Nelson will get the reversal to make it 2-0 and the first score of the match. And the ref's going to call stalemate. And that'll be a caution on Nelson for jumping the whistle. And that'll end the second period. Heading into the third, it's Jake Nelson 2, Alexander Coleman nothing. Coleman in on a shot. Still no points. Still neutral. All he's really got to do is get his head out of there. And that'll be a takedown for Alexander Coleman. That'll make it 3-2. With about a minute to go, it's Coleman 3, Nelson 2. And that'll be an escape for Jake Nelson. Nelson in on a shot there. No points scored yet. Coleman looking for a takedown. He'll get it. That'll make it 6-3 to end the match. And that'll make it 36-30 in favor of Pius. And that'll bring up 144. And it'll be Marcus Wacker facing off against Max Tanner with the duel on the line. Wacker is 3-4 and is a freshman. Tanner is 2-2 and is a sophomore. Score still tied at 0 here with a minute remaining in the first period. A lot of hand action here through the first minute and a half. But with about 20 seconds left, no score. Wacker in on a shot, doesn't quite get it, and that'll end the first period. Heading into the second, still tied at 0. And Tanner will choose to go on bottom to start the second period. Tanner works his way up and he'll get the escape to make it 1-0. And they'll go neutral with plenty of time left here in the second period. Still 1-0 with a minute to go in the second period. And Tanner's going to be hit with a stall call. Still no takedowns yet. Wacker looking to get a takedown here with a few seconds remaining. And he doesn't quite get it. And heading into the third, it'll be 1-0 in favor of Max Tanner. And Wacker's gonna go on bottom to start the third. Wacker looking to get a reversal here. Tanner's in big trouble, and Wacker's gonna get the reversal, making it 2-1 in favor of Marcus Wacker. Wacker's looking to turn Tanner. He's got him, Tanner, in a bad position here. And there's the pin, and that'll tie it up at 36 with one match to go at 150. Marcus Wacker with a huge pin of Max Tanner. And it'll be one match left, and that's 150. And it'll be Theo Castle of Pius X facing off against Alex Kropp of Norris. Kropp is 3-5 and is a junior, while Theo Castle is 4-1 and is also a junior. Castle gets the takedown, and it'll be 3-0. And Kropp's not in a good position here. And it'll be 4 in the pocket. That'll make it 7-0. Kropp looking to build up. And after the end of the first period, it's Theo Castle 7, Alex Kropp 0. And Kropp will be on top to start the second period. And Castle will get the reversal. That'll make it 9-0. And Castle's going to start turn crop. And he's looking for the pin here. He'll have 4 in the pocket. And there's the pin. Theo Castle pins Alex Kropp, and that'll win the duel for the Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts as they beat the Norris Titans 42-36. Great duel for the Titans. Titans next up on the schedule, the Pierce Duel Tournament. That was their last home duel of the year, and their next time I'll be here will be for the Ron Severson Invitational. Thank you and good night. Thank you for listening to NSTV. I'm Mitchell Severson.